Greetings my YouTubers, welcome back. As you can see, there's a huge smile on my face right now. I thought I'd let you guys know that I've been given permission to apply for the YouTube partner program, which is happy days, man. I've been so happy, honestly, very overwhelmed, and without you guys this wouldn't have happened. And I always say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you guys, man. Honestly, it wouldn't have worked without you guys, and I know this is just at the beginning. You know, there's a long road ahead, and I'm willing to do so. And for this, I will be doing some giveaways to about 2 or 3, people that are supporting me. And I just feel like I don't want to be that type of content creator that doesn't want to give back. 100% want to give back. So, I will be giving some money towards some games that you will be purchasing pretty much soon. So I'll announce some winners probably after this video. You'll be in my next video. So yeah, happy days, man. I appreciate you guys, man, honestly. But yeah, let's delve into this video. I wanted to clarify something as well. I not long ago done a emotional video regarding the Undisputed, expressing myself. I feel like it was needed. I feel so much better, and not to say that I was upset or anything. It's just that when you know a game has so much potential and you want it to be one of the greatest games to be out there in terms of combat, and it's not happening, it can be very frustrating. And to know that what I expressed in the video in terms of the inconsistency with regards to the improvements that the game needs and what people want, and they've been screaming it for a while, to be honest, and it's still not fixed. As I always express, I will always have love for Undisputed. I will still cover content around Undisputed, which this is a video around Undisputed, and I will continue to post positive criticism and obviously positive overall. As you know, guys, the guys that have been watching me from the day that I've started, I've never been a negative person towards any specific game or person or anything like that. I've always said what I've had to say, and if people want to attack me thinking the opposite, then so be it. Because referring to that, I did have a lot of people in my comments. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, sorry. I had a few people in my comments in my last video saying that I'm one of the reasons why the game's going downhill. And that's obviously totally false. It's somebody that's obviously, but it's people, sorry. I can't say somebody because it's not one person that had just seen my video and thought I was just bashing the game. Whereas if you actually watch the video, I was clearly stating my points. People were agreeing with me. And I feel like that's the most important, is to just express yourself regarding the game. Because as I said, we cannot be in denial that this game needs an enhancement. Of course it needs an enhancement. The stats speak for itself. The views are dropping. The player count's dropping. It's a concern. So this is the video that I really wanted to get out as well. Do you guys actually feel the Undisputed is going to fail? And I don't want you guys to be thinking, I'm wishing this. I'm doing these videos to have your own input as well. Obviously, I'm going to have my own input, but it's going to be backed with research. This is why I take my time doing these videos for you guys, to make sure it makes sense. And let's delve into it. Let's go. Right, guys, so people are going to have their own definition of a game failing. In my opinion, when a game fails, it means that it's just not playable no more. People are not interested in the game itself. For example, like Concord, that game, you cannot access it at all. You can currently access Undisputed. And I feel like we went to SteamDB because it's giving us the stats of where the current game is lying now. So we're going to delve into it. I feel like this was really interesting. So I've tapped in the max. So it was all time 7,000, around the 7,433. Okay, That's where kind of like where the mark is. And then we went down to a year, down to around about 5k. As you can see, it was dropping down. And then 6 months got 4k, and then 3 months goes down to 1k, which is a pretty much a significant drop. And you got 1 month where it went down to 1,000. So this is after 1 month, you know, and then 1 week, it was 1 week ago now, it went down to 1,000. And now we are at 770 mark. That is a concern. I don't know if you guys seen in my last video where I covered, you know, some statistics regarding SteamDB, and it was around the 1,000 mark, and now we're currently sitting at 770 players right now, which is definitely a concern. I'm just showing you these things because we gotta have an overview on where this game is going to be down the line, just to be optimistic. And I feel like at this point, in order to keep this game flowing, we must, well, Undisputed must fix the problems that we're asking for 100%. I'm going to have my own input as well on what I think that could help. I've got some videos as well. So stay tuned for that. But I just feel like a lot of people have left. I do not feel like they will come back. I actually think that they just hate Undisputed now. Like literally, I feel like they've took the disc out their PlayStation, they literally broke it and hated everyone for still liking the game. Because that's the issue right now as well. A lot of people are hating people for liking the game. Like they all literally make a YouTube account just to hate people for liking the game. It's crazy. It's a crazy world that we live in, man. Honestly. But I don't know what you guys think about this as well. I don't think this is a concern, but it's like, this here is quite huge. Or at least the positives are outweighing the negatives. So it does show that people still enjoy the game. This is kind of an indication what can help people or potential buyers. They look at this. And I've seen it on a couple of things as well. Like you'd expect the game to have really, really bad views. I actually don't. Honestly, like it's not the best, of course not. But yeah. Right guys, I just want to delve back into this article that was released on November the 9th, 2024. I didn't really cover this, so I feel like it's really good in regards to this video. You know, Undisputed team is exploring Unreal Engine 5. And this here is a 50-50 for me, as the video is Undisputed going to fail. And I have to mention this because if Undisputed 2 does come out, that could potentially have an impact as well. And I think the reason why is, well, it could be 50-50. Yes and no. I'm going to say yes, as in they should switch to Unreal Engine 5 due to the fact that, you know, the Undisputed 1 could potentially be a fail in their eyes if they don't fix these problems. Current, it seems like they are struggling with the problems that people are asking for. But who knows? We'll see down the line. And this won't be a good move to most, because I believe that a lot of people have left the game that have felt they've been ripped off, their money's been taken, and they just won't show no support overall. Even if this is a good move for the community, I just don't feel like people will support the game at all. So, you know, as a whole, a lot of people are on the negative side. I've got to admit, there are on the negative side. And as I always say, like, I always hear people out, you know, but the one thing I don't like is when people have their own opinion and they get attacked for it. That's the thing that I don't understand. But this could be a good move. As I said, you know, Unreal Engine, bringing new mechanics, this could be a fantastic move for them, but it could be a downfall due to the fact that this could be highlighting that they are saying Undisputed, if they do proceed with this, they're basically saying that Undisputed 1 was more or less a failure. That's just my opinion. Because if a game was doing very, very well, you wouldn't be speaking about bringing new developers straight away, if that makes sense. But let me know what you guys think regarding this. To me, it's a 50-50 thing. Right, guys, so I've managed to capture some beautiful footage from one of my favorite boxing games of all time, which is Fight Night Champion. A lot of people have been asking to cover some content around Fight Night. I will eventually, of course. I am currently working on a video with the comparison with Undisputed and Fight Night itself, so stay tuned. I'm just patching up a couple of things in there, which is taking me time. Well, it's going to be worth it though. But yeah, I will be showing some clips on what the Undisputed could more or less see how a boxing game works, rather than trying to make it look the same, because I know it's all due to like the mechanics and stuff. And I'm not saying that Fight Night was a perfect game, but it was an enjoyable game. As I said, I'm not saying Undisputed is not, but Fight Night is more or less a consistent franchise, you know, throughout the years, and most of them have been successful. It's the pinnacle of boxing games. So that's something that I would do if I know that, you know, games have been successful. I'm gonna try extract some sort of, you know, good ideas that I can implement in my own stuff. And I feel like that's what the Undisputed need to do. So let's delve into this little section here where I've, you know, picked out a few things. So the first thing I realized in Fight Night as I was doing an analyzation is the extension of throwing the jabs. I think this will be really good because in Undisputed at the moment, it's really hard to catch the opponent, you know, and a lot of them are on the back foot. So whereas if you utilize a jab, you know, extending the arms, this could also invade punches as well. And I feel like this would be a really good thing to implement. Also, the stepping in with the jab, you know, a lot of people have pinpointed this, and Fight Night does have it, as I captured footage of the stepping. I think this will be a really good thing to utilize as well. This will also help with invading punches and getting to your opponent a bit quicker. And you know, the one thing that I realized that was key for me regarding this game is the pace of the combinations, the punches overall. I think Fight Night delivers that perfect. We need that. I don't know if you guys played the playtest. I felt like the delivery to it was very slow. I'm not disliking the playtest. I feel like it was better than what it actually was in terms of hit detection again. I just felt like the fighters were very, very slow. They were very, very slow. The punches weren't, you know what I'm saying, guys. It was very slow, and I managed to grab some footage of that as well. It was just pretty much slow. And when you do the comparison with Fight Night and, you know, the Undisputed, there was a difference in terms of feeling as well. And you know what's crazy? That Fight Night came out in 2010. The Undisputed came out obviously in 2024. I just feel like that's crazy, man, because we've got all the enhancements with Undisputed, whereas Fight Night is pretty much of an old game and was in 30 frames, which is crazy, man, honestly. And guys, honestly, I swear I am not discrediting Undisputed at all. As I said, this video is to help them. You know, if people liked the mechanics from Fight Night, you got to bring this stuff in for sure. Guys, I don't want to be saying too much things, because even when they do eventually bring out a new Fight Night, which apparently is in the works, it's going to have to implement a couple of things that the Undisputed have did well. And that's in terms of the movement. I feel like the Undisputed have displayed the movement perfect, really good. So that's obviously just something to take on board. And other things that I've seen as well, just the basic stuff, having a referee in the ring. And I managed to see the guy in the crowd as well, just having an expression. That's the stuff I like in terms of an attraction to a game. Just simple stuff. Hope you've all enjoyed this video, guys. As I always say, I appreciate all your support, everything that you've done so far. Continue to do so. Follow me on this journey, man, because I won't be stopping at any point. And I do believe that I will become one of the known, I'm not going to say the biggest, one of the known content creators in my country for sure. That's my current aim. I am from the UK, and that's one of my goals. So I will be announcing in my next video the giveaway, but just continue to support, as I said, you know, and keep an eye out for it. But overall, in terms of the video, you know, do I feel like the Undisputed is failing? It's a tricky one. Do I feel like it's gonna fail overall? No, because the developers are responding. They're trying. I'm not gonna say they're trying their best. I don't know what happens behind closed doors, but I'm not gonna say they're trying their best, because there's a lot of things that they should be doing that could ease off the pressure with regards to just communicating. For starters, I feel like that's the main thing. Start off with that, let us know what's going on, and then, you know, go from there. To me, a lot of people still will be playing this game. I'm gonna include myself. However, my enjoyment is slowing down a little bit due to the fact that I'm an online player. I'm very competitive. You know, a lot of people do focus on like offline stuff, but as I said, I'm more referring to online use. And at the moment, it's hard. It's not really playable like that at the moment, because there's a lot of cheating and stuff going on. But they are obviously doing a turnover. We don't know what it's going to be. They're apparently adding some more fixes and stuff to the game. That's why the playtest did come out, to see if people liked it, but a lot of people was confused about it. But we'll see. But as I said, my overall intake would be, it's not failing, but you know, it could lead to that road if Undisputed don't do anything about it. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you all. See you soon.